Good morning. I'm ABC 24 meteorologist Daniel McDonald here with our forecast for the rest of our Friday. The weekend ahead, it looks like we are going to be seeing those conditions, maybe not the most ideal at times for outdoor activity, but I do think overall we are heading into a stretch of days here for this weekend that will be a bit more cooperative than the 4th of July weekend. Not quite as much rain, not quite as high of heat and humidity levels, but still some things we'll want to be watching out for. Our live look at Cordova right now, the camera here showing we do have some rain beginning to fall, a few little downpours that I think are going to be wrapping up a little bit earlier today than over the last couple of days. We have this main line moving through now, but it's not having an effect, at least at the moment, at on our temperatures and the rate of warming. As you saw there, we have a feels-like temperature of 95 already with the current temperature at 86. I think we see the actual temperatures get up to the lower to mid-90s and that heat index getting close to around 105, as we do already see a few spots such as Tunica in the 90s right now. Those of us further to the south and west where we haven't seen as much rain and will see less rain over the course of today is where a heat advisory is in effect until 8 p.m. this evening. That is going to be for the risk of seeing a heat index in excess of 105 degrees. I think most of us will be below that point, even in these orange shaded boxes, but it is going to definitely be the hottest and most humid day of the week before tomorrow brings us some cooler temperatures. And the main risk for tomorrow will actually be the rain. We are seeing again a little bit so far today, as a few showers and heavier downpours did make their way to the very northern edges of our region. Dyer County this morning getting some heavy rainfall amounts, a bit close to or even over an inch in a few spots from just this band that has been moving through, but is now looking to be a lot weaker and continuing to sort of shrink and fade apart as it moves continually to the south and east away from our region. Still a little bit more rain that is falling on the backside of it, such as here in Memphis and Shelby County, but it does look like this should be wrapping up over the next, say, 2 to 3 hours, as we don't really have that many lightning strikes being seen. It does seem now within Shelby County, close to where Fayette County meets at the interstate sections, the junctions there is a bit of a sort of pocket of some heavier rainfall that is moving off to the south and east. We'll watch out and keep an eye on that particular cell. Not really for any sort of strengthening, but maybe just a few heavier rainfall rates. Nothing that I don't think is going to be any stronger than what we've seen the last couple of days. A slight storm chance overall for really just the next few hours. I think later this evening and even overnight we are staying pretty dry, but we'll keep an eye on just off to the northwest here, off towards more so, say, north central Arkansas on the border with Missouri, a chance of some storms that may end up clipping a few of us once again in the very northern sections of the region. If we are in, say, Dyersburg, Crockett County, Lauderdale County, even Mississippi County, Arkansas, these next few days, I do think the rain chances are a little bit more elevated there compared to the rest of the region, but I do think Saturday is going to be a day where all of us will have to be on the lookout for some storms in the mid to late afternoon hours. Sometime between around 2 and then 6 p.m. is where we will have, I believe, a few storms that could be a little bit stronger than what we have seen lately up to this point. The severe risk I still think is low, but some storms on that borderline strength here moving through fairly quickly without too many issues, I expect, but something that will definitely be worth watching, and we may just have to sort of plan around here for outdoor activities that time frame. Again, 2 to 6 p.m. Saturday is likely when we will see some storms. Forecast, though, for our Sunday and then even Monday looks to be a little drier overall, as the rain chances not zero, but definitely a bit lower. But again, for Saturday, just want to emphasize we may see some stronger storms. We do currently have a 2 out of 5 slight risk from the Storm Prediction Center for severe weather, but I do think that the main risk here, aside from really those typical severe impacts we look for, is going to be more so the risk of any heavier rainfall accumulating to the point where we may have some flash flooding. We do have a flood watch that went into effect yesterday afternoon here, only for Dyer County within the viewing area, but you can see that all of these boxes here with that blue shading for the flood watch are in counties that do pretty much border our northern and eastern sections. So not out of the question to say that we may have just a few issues when it comes to those heavier rainfall amounts in some of those spots. Still, I think getting a good amount of some sunshine and dry time throughout this weekend. Again, more cooperative than last weekend, but it is still something that we'll want to make sure we are aware of. And a few of those particular spots, just the periods of rain containing a little bit of a heavier amount and rate of rainfall. But for tonight, I think we are staying generally clear. A little bit of rain maybe past sunset here again to the north, but that should be something that wraps up here by not too long after sunset. And then the next couple of days will still feature the 90s, but we are cooling down a bit more as we have the heat index more in line with the actual temperatures. They should be back in the double digits by our Saturday, and then going forward through the next couple of days into next week, a few days back in the upper 80s. That's something we did experience at the start of this current week, but I think humidity and rain chances are lower, so it will certainly be feeling a little bit more comfortable. I think the second half of the month of July has a better forecast for at least enjoyable outdoor activities slated for the region.